So with the Lord said that you're going to be eating and married, because a lot of people are going to be sorrowful around you. You're going to have women eating their children, neighbors killing each other for food, and people even probably trying to get you for food. But the Lord said not to have fear. If you trust in Him, you're gonna have you'll be safe.
And it says, the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord.
So the heathens, all the other nations, are gonna envy us, man, because when they're struggling, we're gonna be eating well.
That's right.
And even when we come back down to our changed bodies, Lord willing, of the elect, they're gonna look at us and they're gonna look at us in awe, because we're gonna be in our majesty, starting with Yahweh Shai, on down to the apostles, on down to the elect, man. In great deliverance, we're going to be in a troop, and we're going to be a host, and all of the whole world's going to stop. What's going to happen is America's going to be fighting with Russia and everything. The whole world's going to stop fighting with each other, just so they can come up against us. And they'll look at us in awe, because we're going to be in our new changed bodies, with spiritual power is ready to take down this kingdom.
It says, my hands shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell.
See? So the Lord said, my hands shall cover thee, so that children shall not see hell. Because you read about the elect in Revelations, and then you read about the multitude in the 9th verse. Well, the multitude is the family members, the sons, the daughters of the elect, and the brothers and sisters of the elect. Because just for your sake, if you're doing this work, your mom or your woman and your child could be saved just because of you. And there's been countless of examples in the scriptures where that happened, like with Abraham and Lot. The Lord saved Lot for Abraham's sake. So He's gonna do the same thing in this time, man.
And it says, verse 30, be joyful, O thou mother, with thy children, for I will deliver thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Remember thy children that sleep, for I shall bring them out of the sides of the earth, and show mercy unto them, for I am merciful, saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai Almighty. Embrace thy children until I come, and will show mercy unto them, for my wells run over, and my grace shall not fail.
I said on that, give me Deuteronomy 32 and 15.
Deuteronomy 32:15.
How cold it is out here? Deuteronomy 32 and 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 15. It says, but Jeshurun waxed fat,
Who the fuck do you think?
and king thou art waxen fat.
Which is Jeshurun's talking about Israel, right? So that we waxed fat. There was a time where we were abundant. We had everything. We were actually living in peace. And I think that's the time during the time of
Solomon?
King Solomon. Yeah, that's right.
It was the greatest kingdom.
Yeah, it was. Con.
Yeah, but it lasted, for like a short time. Yeah.
40 years?
Yeah.
So at that time we were in peace. Yeah, 42 years around there. Go ahead.
And it says, but Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. Thou art waxen fat. Thou art grown thick. Thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which made him.
And what happens, Jake's are foolish. That's just like I'm just saying to that one brother, you got a bunch of Jake, 2/5 of Jake that's rich, filthy rich, and they don't do anything to help out the Jake that's poor. They're sellouts. That's literally the definition of the word sellout.
Selfish.
Selfish, yeah.
Well, like it says, like in Apocrypha, I'm a riches or not, I'm a calling out to a niggard.
Yeah,
You know what I
niggard,
mean?
yeah, fine.
And a niggard, is a low, I'm a selfish ass nigga, man.
That's right.
If I might say something to add, the reason why, saying those Jake who are millionaires, whatever, Because when they sign a contract, actually, Esau tell them not to help the brothers in the hood, you know.
Yeah.
That's why they won't be able to do anything,
That's right.
you know. So they have to go by the slave master's word, man.
It's the same thing, slave masters. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what it is.
That's right.
It's just that, you know, it's just that they're still in that slave mentality.
You guys know the name of the street?
Which one? This one?
This one we're on right here.
Maybe you should say it up there.
This is Elvis.
Yeah, I was trying to find the song somewhere, but I couldn't find anything. So,
Elvis Street.
yeah, it's just,
Yeah. Keep going with that.
Yeah. And it says, but Jeshurun waxed fat and cake, thou art waxen fat, thou art grown thick, thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook Yahweh Shai, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation.
So you lightly esteemed the rock of salvation. Because what happened? For instance, the rock of salvation. When Israel got brought out of Egypt, that was a big salvation, a huge salvation. But it didn't take much time for Israel to start. What did they do? They started complaining to Aaron to tell him to make them a god so they can worship. You know? So that's Israel's mind, man. As soon as good things happen, and it happens for a certain time, Jake easily forgets about the Lord. He forgets about what the Lord did and how the Lord got them there. You know? And they start doing wicked things. Yeah, ungrateful children. Bastards. The Lord is not fathering them right now, man.
It tells you that, like in the book of Proverbs, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna give me like you know, I'm gonna basically like, you know, I'm a food, or you know, I'm a things, you know, I'm at that are convenient.
Yeah, for,
you know,
for meat.
yeah, unless you know I forget the. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah.
He even tells you that man shouldn't live. A man should not live by bread alone, but by the words
Yeah.
of the Lord that He speaks.
Uh,
So you're always supposed to have your daily bread at the end of the day.
Uh.
But Jake wants to be king in hell.
yeah.
That's the most. That's strange. Jake always wants to try to be king in hell. You can tell them. They can even know that all hell's gonna break loose. So they're gonna say, "Well, I'm gonna get mine up, man." You know. Before all hell breaks loose, I'm gonna live nice before all hell breaks loose, and then live nice again. Like it's that easy.
There's no balance in there.
That's no balance in that.
It's Proverbs 30:8. Remove far from me vanities and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord?
That's it.
Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua in vain.
That's it, man. Because a lot of Jakes will curse the name of the Lord because they're in a shitty situation. They're going through hell. Little do they know that the scriptures say, count it not a strange thing when you should be put to a trial of fire.
Exactly.
You know, that's that 1 Peter 4 tells you not to be counted as a strange thing because it's not strange, man. Because guess what? If you're going through hell, it means the Lord is dealing with you.
That's exactly it.
Because you have to be refined. You have to be put as you have to be made gold.
That's right, man. You know. That's
But
right.
Jake don't want to see. Words is not enough for Jake. You know. They can't just sit here and hear you tell them that. They need the Lord to come down Himself and tell him that. My mom says that shit all the time. Well, are you sure you heard the Lord tell you? I'm like, God, I read it. That's the Lord telling me.
That's exactly it. You know, yeah.
Jake is so disrespectful to the prophets, man.
That's right.
The people who the Lord set up.
That's right. But you know, on the other hand, you know, they can say, oh, you know, I feel like God, like, you know, how He spoke to me,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm talking to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know. But yeah, you know, I'm a you yourself. If you go and tell them, you know what, you know, the Lord told me this and that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then
They look at you and
Yeah,
scoff
they
at
look
you,
at you
you're crazy.
But
Let's get the message you're bringing up.
exactly, man. It's because the Lord talks to us through the scriptures, you know. But these people, they actually want, or they're expecting us to say, you know what? I heard a voice. I actually heard a voice,
Yeah.
you know, and spoke to me and said, you know what I mean? You do
this,
this
do
and that. Yo, the Lord already spoke everything in this book, man. You know?
Say no more.
That's right. Everything is in this book.
Which is Yahweh's spirit.
Come on. They provoke him to jealousy with strange gods, with
See,
abominable.
which proves Same thing with women, man. If your woman is starting to, give it more attention to another man, tell me you're not going to be furious. That's why my woman tries to tell me that she wanted to get a personal trainer. I cuss that woman out, man. The hell with that shit.
Hey,
Get a personal trainer.
Hey, that's the spirit.
You're gonna let a man.
I told my mom yesterday,
Yeah.
I'm a, basically like, I'm basically like, I'm the one like,
Yeah, who's your person?
who's gonna be
trained?
your
Yeah,
trainer?
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, come on.
It's either me or like another woman, man.
Yeah,
You know, fuck that
exactly.
shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're gonna get a personal trainer, it has to be another woman. And some of these women are freaking freaks. You know, they're
Yeah,
busy.
I was about to say the
That's so
same thing.
true.
Yeah,
but
Yeah, even with
dangerous.
this woman, she might be she might be lesbian or whatever.
That's so true,
All of a sudden she called your woman's number, she gonna ask her, let's go hang out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
So,
That shit is wicked, man.
Yeah, it is. It's wicked stuff, man.
What's up, man?
How you doing, man? I'm gonna just break down the truth according to the Bible. You believe in the Bible? You're Muslim? Oh, okay. Well,
I can tell still.
this is not for you then, because this is all against Muslims. This is the truth.
You're
You
Christian,
think-
right? You're Christian. You're Christian, right?
You know what the word
Somali?
Christian means? Somali?
You're Kush, right?
According to
How
according to the
much
Bible, that's your nationality. Kush.
bro.
So that means you believe in the Prophet Muhammad. You know that Muhammad was set up by the Catholic Church?
Khadijah?